charging. Oh, is this impacting my charge? It's charging floor. That's what's going on. Wait, what do you need this here for? Let's put this in here. I wonder, can I run the quick charge through here and there's no power up? Oh, I bet definitely would work. All right, hold on, let me talk this way for a minute. All right, people, how we doing out there? First things first, my name is Kenneth Byrd. My company is ILEG Technology Screens. Let's see if this works. It doesn't work. How can the speaker doesn't work from there? Oh, there, it does work from there. Okay, cool. I think it was working. It is working. All right. Let me adjust my area a little better here. I'm eating and at the same time doing my adjustments on my site. And a little ear cleaning process. Get my screen a little farther close to me. All right. Let me see. I need to update something. Let's see. Okay, front page. Okay, that's the ad tech. But I'm going to change this one out. These are no longer needed. Oh, the keyboard. Keyboard's not working. Keyboard is working. I turn the keyboard on. Here we go. So first things first, my name is Kenneth Byrd. My company is ILEG Technology Screens, and AdTech is doing quite well. We have so far another building, a big one too, a law firm. So they got a section down there. They're interested in using AdTech for advertising, but they have a section down there that's a big open area, and they want to do something with it. And the AdTech would be the perfect application for it. They can advertise and make money off this section now, because now companies will pay money to have their advertising in that large window. About to work out a business deal with them tomorrow. So now we have some places around here, these big bay windows, they're not even being used for anything. We can use this as advertising pages for the companies to make money. And also too, for other companies to be able to advertise their technology in big office buildings. So I'm running all this past zoning. Got no people over there. Thank you. And I'm pretty soon going to get a chance to meet with the mayor. So we can show how AdTech can be incorporated into Allentown and how it can bring them a lot of tax dollars. And they like making money. So the demonstration we just showed, that's 12 o'clock in the afternoon. 12 o'clock in the afternoon. And because the projector we're using is not a short throw, ultra short throw, a long throw, roughly we had to be back about maybe 6 feet from the screen to do it. So that projector is the $16.25 EFSA. And it's a darker version. It's not black, but it's a darker version. So this is now what we're thinking about, making a gunmetal version of the AdTech for a store advertising technology. Now, as I said before, our company's pushing in that direction. It literally is going in that direction. No matter what we try, we're trying to build something, for a customer base, it's not going in that direction. All our technology, God's blessing, is being engineered for companies. A gunmetal screen in that caliber would be amazing, but we'd have to make it at massive sizes for customers. It costs us a lot of money. We have to charge money for the screen. And sometimes people aren't willing to pay that type of money out. So the companies will pay that type of money at the end of the day. If they have been advertising, they can put up there massive size and save them a ton of money because they're always spending money as it is. And we can save them money. Yeah, they'll pay the money for it. And I've seen that hands down. They'll pay the money for it. I see the difference. Now, you got some customers, maybe deep pockets. They'll pay for it, but majority of the bulk of it all will come from companies. Because the company sale is really easy to do. It's extremely easy. They've never seen that type of technology, the LEDs. The LEDs are very expensive. Thankful for those things being very expensive. It allows our companies, and we can function different levels too on top of that. But anyway, still, they're very expensive. So this stuff is going to come in. This stuff is going to be amazing stuff. So we're going to be working on that next. That's why I explain to people that the little campaigns, they don't do anything. You do know that, right? We have options. We have options to go anywhere we want to go. We can change to whatever we want to do. If I want to do just floor projection, do floor projection. If I want to just go into home theater and do dedicated ceilings, we have options. Or we can go outside and play where you can't go. We have options. And when the fellow made about the screen paint, we said, which one are you talking about? We make a lot of black paint technology. Which one? Our skill level, we date back past 10 years. So it just shows you in any direction you choose, we are always going to be superior on every level. On top of that, we can develop technology in 20 minutes. You can't compete with a company like that. So, if you stay in your own backyard and mind your own business, I couldn't care less what you do. But if you mention my company, I bet you I'll flatline your business in a couple of minutes. Nobody will touch your stuff at all, period. I even have beta testers coming on board. 13 beta testers. They have really big YouTube accounts. They're going to be testing your stuff versus ours. It's not going to go well. So, that's in that call, that YouTube nonsense going on at the end of the day. And if you want to keep rapping and running your mouth, then guess what? Sign a contract, see us in court. That's all you got to do. Just sign, just go to court. If you feel that passionate about it. You don't get the passion for it, do you? All right, then. We're moving on. I got business to do. Let me see what I'm going to do here. So I think I'm going to change this right here. Right there, right there. I like this whole thing right here. People walking back and forth. I did this in the last setup. I want to do it here. Excuse me, people. Just got finished having some pineapple juice. Now that message is for people who do too much. They just do way too much at the end of the day. You really think at the end of the day that you make a little paint and you think you can compete with us? My credibility is much greater than yours. You wouldn't even make anywhere near what I make at the end of the day. Your technology has to be tested. No one will touch that stuff unless you can show that it actually works. Now, maybe a little few people trying to test it out will go near it. But the bigger companies, no, they won't touch it. You don't even have the potential to even sell that stuff. You're going to have to go through a lot of form sites, ruffle a lot of feathers with big companies before they'll recognize you, which means you'll have to go head to head with certified. And if you mess up in that area, if you pull that same nonsense, you try to put me over there, you'll get sued. They don't play around. So in order for yourself to actually get money, to make money off of it, you're going to have a lot of testing. Number one, you're going to compete with somebody who's going to convince someone that they, spending $7,000 for a screen, which they do have the money to spend, versus your stuff. So if I got $7,000 to spend on the screen, it really don't make a difference to me. I got it. Then how are you going to convince me that your product is better than the $7,000 screen I'm about to pay for? You can't. Your stuff is joke paint. There's no testing behind it. That's all. Anyone can take some black paint. Heck, I can make my own black paint. We do it all the time. I put it against our own stuff. And I can blow your stuff out of the water. That's your difference, what makes it so different. So you got so many years of training to go through before we can actually get a dime out of that stuff. And we know that because we've been through it already. So your little YouTube fluff channels, they don't do jack. They'll pique the curiosity of other people that may look into it. That's basically about it, but you'll never make it to the top level ever. You'll be the singer who sings in a bar for pennies and we'll be hitting Broadway. That's you. Yeah. Now you see that technology we have sitting in that video? Pretty soon there's a black one going up in another area. And guess how much that technology runs for? It runs for $13,000 to have a black version of an invisible technology in glass. 13 grand. How much you gonna make? There you go. You're never going to make the money I make from my screen paints. You'll never make 500. You'll never make 300. You'll never make any of that. No one will touch you unless you can pass those test demonstrations. No one will spend the money for it. That cheap stuff at the end of the day, no one's going to touch it because they know at the end of the day, if your stuff's not tested, which they will go to your YouTube channel, they'll compare you to me. This is where you mess up. If they compare you to me, that means all the testing that we have done that you haven't done, they're going to ask you to do it. You're just setting yourself up for a really, really messed up situation. And if we hear you say that our product's a scam and a ripoff, then we'll challenge you in court on that one. We'll challenge you. So you can't do anything with it. Can't run a business with it. Can't make any money off of it. And I've already been through people who've tried to make free mixes and put them online, Rogers, and beat the crap out of them. No one's going to touch your stuff. Who has more customers? You or me? I have more customers. Who's right now on site advertising the technology? That's me. Whose stuff is tested? It's me. We can verify batch number verification. We can. We get a hold of your stuff, you flatline your company. I'll make you give me back my money, which you will, because you can't keep something that doesn't work. I'll have you shut down your website, like I had both of them shut down their websites. We're going to record it and shut the website down. eBay listings, all that stuff, shut all that stuff, all that stuff down. Can't back it up. Huh, it actually works. That's pretty cool. So what are you going to do with it? Oh, just go on YouTube and scream and yell until somebody picks up on your account, tracks back your IP address to your data service provider, and stick you to court and challenge you? That's all you got. That's it. You don't make enough views to make money. So, no, you can't do anything with it. All right, then. I'm glad we had that little chat. Now, with that being said, I have a new version of the ad tech I have to develop next week for another company. And they're mad because I'm right. I've been in the field longer than you have. I'm sure I would know more than you do. Let's see. You're on your YouTube channel crying and whining about your paint, and I'm building companies' websites. We designed a new QR code, which is now going to all our business cards. It's going to our t-shirts that our teams are going to be bringing on. And I found today a unemployment company is interested in our company, that if we need workers, they got us. They're interested in being on board with the new technology. So what you doing? What you doing? What you got going on for you on your YouTube channel? And your one little video screaming and yelling, which is the same person, Hey Bear, that's getting sued in court for $12 million. That's right, Hey Bear, $12 million. And we know where you're located at too. Because you didn't use a fake YouTube channel. Use yours. We actually found a couple of your other YouTube channels. Actually, a couple of real ones you had, personal ones we found. So yeah, see you, Hey Bear. We'll see you soon. We can't say his real name because again, that'll get me in trouble. We can't give out his address because that'll be doxing. I'm not stupid. Wasn't born yesterday. But I can tell you one thing. We do know where you're at. With that being said, you're going to get a nice crisp letter from the attorneys telling you you're getting sued for $12 million. And we know you don't have it. We know you don't have that kind of money. But anyway, you're still going to have to pay it. So don't get comfortable in that house because they're going to take it. Now, what else are you going to do? What's it going to give us? What are you going to get out of this, huh? You don't have any. You don't have $12 million. Oh, well, watch this. How the heck does a whole freaking game up on here? How do we go from freaking Mr. Bean to a whole game? Fish, kank, no sound. YouTube be doing too much. Yeah, that's why you be getting hit with copyright strikes. They put a whole freaking movie in the middle of your freaking video, or even worse, gameplay of some of a new game. Entrapment. So you can't do anything with your product. If that was the case, Roger's stuff would have took off, and it didn't. Jamie's stuff failed. You literally couldn't even muster up enough money to pay for a domain name, which are cheap. It's only roughly, we got the same platform. I pay the same thing he pays. You can't pay $48 a year. That's what they're not a month, they're a year. Website, on the other hand, those fees are monthly. Then you got to pay the domain fee at the end of the year. So that's only roughly like $48. So you can afford to pay $48 a year? Oh yeah, man, it's true. It says it right there. That's what happened. Why the site collapsed. You couldn't afford the fees. Now, chances are they might have been asking for information because sometimes some of these sites, these website providers, PayPal will ask for identification. They ask you to scan over identification. They're doing that more and more now. Identification. They want state ID in order for you to get certain accounts now. They require it. He's getting squeezed out. That's what they're asking for. What else asked for a state ID? It was weird. Asked for a state ID. It was something crazy we applied for. I don't remember the name of the company. It required a state ID. Oh, yeah, I can't remember that. It was something simple. And they wanted a state ID in order to, Facebook required it. If you want to change the name of your account, you want to change the name on your account, I think it's your company's account on your fan page, you're required to photograph a state ID in order to do so. No. You know that when you put your thumbprint in your cell phone, or you put it in there because you think for security protocol, that if someone gets a hold of that information, your thumbprint, you can do background checks on you. Extensive, heavy background checks. Deep-rooted background checks. They got your fingerprints. Oh, so my fingerprints are nothing. If a game requires me to put my fingerprints in, I'm not getting the game. Why the frick would you need my fingerprints that you never asked for before to play a game? People get their brand new phones. Oh, look, it has face recognition software, voice recognition software. You can even put your thumbprint in there. Man, I swear. Be telling people they don't do that. Don't do that. Don't ever do that. Don't never put your freaking. They're gonna ask for next retina scan. Now, I'm gonna put on some music and enjoy my music here. I just gave him a glimpse of basically from a businessman to a non-businessman, you're not going to make a dime off that product. Oh, by the way, in your state, which we know you're located at, if you're showing a business and you're showing your business doesn't have a license to sell within that state or EIN number, DBA, or anything that's required for your company to function and run, I can go through your state and figure out exactly what's the requirements. I can take you to court on it. So you can't even sell this stuff. Mind you, you even have to have a business license if you're selling online. It's a requirement now. I got one. About to give me another one today, or actually tomorrow. I got a license. You have to have a license to sell now. It used to be online, you didn't have to, but now you do. You actually have to have one. So you can't even get your business off the ground if you wanted to. Remember, things can go wrong. Say you're selling stuff on eBay. We can challenge this company that the product's not tested. There's no testing of the product. Yes, you launch a product that has no testing whatsoever. We'll base it on our testing since we've been around longer than you have. As we're experts in the field, we know exactly what you need. And since I'm the one who invented black technology, not you, I'd be the one that had first say on it. So if you don't have any testing, that means you sold a product, which you can't do. You can't sell it. You know that. That's why you're trying to give it away, because you can't sell it. But you can't post the ingredients. If you post the ingredients, we get wind of it, we'll make it on camera, live, and embarrass the daylights out of you. That's why you can't post it either. All you can do is just talk. That's all you can do. Tell me if I'm not living in your head rent-free. We did this one already before Hey Bear. Remember that? I made it right there. I made some black and white with some mica paint in it. And I put it up there and said, hey, look how it looks on a standalone. It looks just like your stuff. And then when I hit it against our screen, it goes up dark. I bet your product $100. It's nothing more than black paint, a little white paint, and some silver mica, because that's how they all make it. I guarantee that's what it is. He's probably in his house screaming, get out of my head! Get out of my head! That's what's in it. As noobs do that. Noobs do that stuff. They're new. Don't make anything different. All you did was in your demonstration show a gray screen. The screen wasn't even black, it was gray. Posted on a forum site. This guy's claiming to have a black screen. You got the nickname Dub Theater Clown. It's not even black. Man. It's going to be like this all the time. This is the reason why you got to come offline and do business where people have common sense. I mean, my goodness. It's like having a conversation with a bunch of idiots every day. I mean, that's how it feels. Like, this is the competition level is poor, man. This is what I'm facing now. This is what it comes down to. You mean to tell me you put all this time and all this work and hoping to get people that have better technology? Only person, let's be honestly, truthfully, it's renovation. They got a black screen. Where's everybody else at? Where are you at? Oh, we got a smarter Surface. They're the only ones. The only two people who have black screens. And the rest of you back here are sitting with these prehistoric gray screens. Oh, they still full contrast. Bull crap. See you in court. This summer, see you in court. We're going to charge your company for that mess. And the rest of you who call yourself trying to make black technology have no testing, no skill level, don't know what you're doing in a dark environment without so because that screen is black and you're in the dark with it. What are you doing in the dark with a black screen? I can be in, oh my goodness. It's so sad at the end of the day. You guys are pathetic. I'm tired of kicking your butts every day. I really am. You don't show us anything. At least give me something. That's it. That's the only thing I've seen is some dude with a gray screen with a yellow lizard up there, and the screen he has up there is dark around the edges. And you're in the dark with this? Really? Trying to say you're me? Good luck enjoying that $12 million lawsuit. Man, at least give me a challenge. My goodness. It was like watching somebody who talked all this trash about being this great warlord, this fighter, the arena. And he gets out there and he trips and hits a bear trap and gets his head decapitated by a bear trap and go, well, that's your great leader right there. We didn't even lay a hand on you. Killed yourself. Like clumsy, tripped on a pebble, went head first into a bear trap. We're all just sitting there like, oh man, that's There's some Final Destination going on over there. Some good one too. Man, went to a bear trap. Talked all this trash about how light and nimble you're on your feet, and you trip over a pebble and go headfirst into a bear trap. Good gracious, man. You got this idiot over here with this paint matching house paint on camera, trying to delete videos and did it twice on camera. Then turns around, he can't even back the product up. That's horrible. Customers are showing up with screens that are washed out, look orange tan. The guy's screen was horrible looking. He had a nerve to try to stand behind that product and oh, it's a fantastic product. The Cinemax was to be the flagship of his product, matched a basic house paint that we got for $17 a gallon. This is it. You got over there Rogers coming under calling himself a philosophy of bull crap. That's all he was. With some Series C paint that he couldn't even paint down correctly. It kept streaking across the screen. It kept changing colors. It went from gray 1 minute, it went from black the next minute, and somewhere in editing, the screen turned automatically black. And then he paints the screen. It looks like an English muffin. Oh my goodness. And then he does a demonstration in a dark environment. One of the demonstrations on the Goopity Goo, the screen literally matched the same color screen paint. That's right, but the screen he had in the theater room. He said, hey, can you take it off and stick it over and see the difference? There was no difference. This is what you put against us. Half of y'all can't read. The other half can't spell. You got a lunatic up there in some apartment complex screaming and yelling who's claimed to be I'm talking about the credibility of you guys, claiming to be a preacher of the church, which he's not even anything of that whatsoever. Sends half naked pictures of himself all over the freaking the United States Postal. An investigation by the Postal, by the way, they contacted me, so it's coming soon, buddy. Anyway, it's crazy. This is what y'all got, really. And then let's go back to Rogers, delusionist. You got a nerve to call us delusional? Dude, you claim to have a game with a 0.80, something crazy, 80.0, something crazy. Doesn't even exist. That's a non-existent game. And then some gain range nonsense. How much did you drink that day when you came up with that idea? Who in their right mind said you got the same screen paint? You don't put no crystals in it, nothing to alter and change. It's the same paint. If you paint it in a different direction, the game changes. This is what you guys, your group, at the end of the day, is supposed to be competing with me. You've got to be kidding me. This is why we crush y'all so easily. You guys are weak. You don't have anything for us. And what did it end up in the day? What's going to happen this summer? A lot of you are going to be dragged in and out of courtrooms. You'll lose all your stuff. Some of you are going to jail. That's pretty much your legacy. That's all you got out of it. That's it. Man, this is it. And then this new guy pops up and he says, "Oh, I got to go." And you're doing a demonstration in the dark. The screen's not even, you colorblind? No, hey, Bear, are you colorblind? You don't know the difference between black and gray? And why is the screen in a dark environment? You know why it's in a dark environment? To try to fool people that the contrast levels are actually reading when actually they're not. Man, you better never, ever. I'm going to tell you right now for the door. I'm going to put you on lockdown. You better never build a website. Don't waste your money. Don't even waste your money putting it on an eBay account or whatever you're going to do. Don't even waste your money. You can't get on Amazon. You can't get the potential to get on Amazon. Don't even try it. Because the minute we see that stuff, I'm going to buy it. And you better not cancel my order. It better come over. And the reason why, you know why you can't sell it? Your address. But don't worry, we got your address already. We already know where you live at. But your address. That's why you can't stick it on there. Use a P.O. box. That's what you're trying to do. That'll make it different. I'll send it back to your address to show you know where you're at. Gee, so we return it back to you and we file a PayPal claim against you because your product sucks. I'll send it back to your address. Keep in mind that people don't understand if you don't understand PayPal, how PayPal works, if you can't use a P.O. box in your PayPal account, it won't work. So in order for us to return the item to him, which he's going to have to now, he has to give up an address. We can force you to get your address out of you. Well, we don't need it. We got it, but we can force it. Easy. Do a PayPal complaint. PayPal is going to request for you, because you'll lose the case, but still we have to send it back to you. In order for us to send it back to you, and your PayPal account won't go under investigation, you end up losing your account or getting your account suspended, you're going to have to provide a real address. And it can't be a fake one. You don't want to do that mess. It's going to be your address. See, So you can't do anything with that stuff. And if you consider it to be a threat, oh heck no, that stuff is garbage. That's why I'm asking you, post the ingredients. We'll make it. We'll do it live. We do it all the time. I'll crush your stuff as I usually do with most people, and we'll move on. So make it. Give me the ingredients, post it, let's get it going. I'm gonna put you against. Let's see. I'm gonna take you outside. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put you against the black technology. It's only 10%, it's just a baby. I'll take you out there at 300 lumens and I'll watch your screen disappear in direct sunlight. The Imperial versus anything you got. Post your ingredients. We'll make it. We'll make it. Put some money aside for it. I'm gonna put you on blast. You have 3 days to have that ingredient posted. There you go. You like pressure? Now you got pressure. See, this is why I explained to you at the end. Don't challenge us, because we can stick you in situations that are very uncomfortable. Jamie's known for being stuck in very difficult situations. Fernando failed to present documents. Fernando, there are letters being drawn up right now to be sent to your landlord. You know what's going to happen when those letters reach, right? All right, then. Throw that eviction notice. Consequences. So, now Hey Bear is going to post his ingredients. Now, if you say you're going to sell it, then get around to selling it. Now, mind you, if we buy this product and it's not what it's supposed to be, I'm going to drag you into a courtroom and sue you. And I'm going to also hit you at the end of the day with, fraud. So it better do exactly as you claim it does, including if it's competing with me, it has to compete every single demonstration and test we have done. And you get sued for touching my company's name and claiming to be me in a similar lawsuit, and then you get sued for basically fraud. So you figure it out. And then once you figure out everything about your company, then I'll hit you with the heavier stuff, like how come you don't have a business license to sell within your state, all types of stuff. So let's play. Come on, let's get it up. 3 days to get that ingredients up. Let's get this going. I enjoy this stuff so much. That's why I told you at the end of the day, I like challenges. See, gentlemen, this is the part you get yourself in trouble with me. I like challenges. This is a thrill. This is a fun for me. I like to see if what screens we can conquer. I like this stuff. You guys are scared of this stuff because your stuff is fake. You're like a soldier or a gladiator walking into an arena with paper armor. I mean, it looks good from a distance. You think it's some really good, strong armor, but it's just paper. That's all it is. That's all it is. You don't know real armor. You have no confidence in your products. That's all. Well, come on, show me something. 3 days, Hey Bear, post it. As a matter of fact, do me a favor. I don't got time to go to your YouTube channel because your channel sucks. Do me a favor. Do like we did. Open up an eBay account and go in and post your ingredients so we can make it. You got 3 days. Now, see? Now you got a little pressure on you. Enjoy. What pressure you going to give me? Well, we conquer everything. We don't care. You're going against the Imperial technology. The demonstration will be done at 12 o'clock in the afternoon in the middle of a park. All right, then, giddy up. See, here's the thing. If you can't survive in fully lit environment, which we've seen in your demonstration, there's no way on God's green earth you're going to survive outside at 12 o'clock in direct sunlight. Yeah, I love it. All right, there we go. I think we should start doing it from now on. From now on, let's just scratch your screen. Let's put them against the Imperial technology. Let's have some fun at 10%. Let's see how many screens are willing to go side by side to that technology. You see what it does, the gray screens, right? Turns your screen a different color, makes it look orangey, kind of dirty, dingy look to it. It's like a dingy tan t-shirt. Kind of turns your screen kind of a tannish, dingy look to it. Your white levels fail horribly. So for a gray screen, the only holy grail that you have that you can hold on to is your bright colors. And that screen makes your bright colors look like trash. You can't compute with the contrast. The screen breathes 100% black. You'll never match this colors capability. That won't even happen. And the gain capability, because it can read outside at 300 lumens. If you saw in the promo demonstration, you couldn't touch this thing with a 10-foot pole. So how do you handle a screen with that kind of power? It's only 10%, mind. You can't. That screen is designed to make you go obsolete. That's what it's designed to do. Anyway, let me get back to my work here. Now, like I said, anybody else is developing any black technology? You mind your business, Elaine? I wish you the best of luck. Hope everything works out for you. I do. You mention my company's name, you challenge us, I'll take you outside at 12 o'clock in the afternoon, I'll flatten your entire product line. I'll wipe the whole thing clean. Have you return money back to my account, cry on receipts, the usual stuff we go through. Oh my God. Oh, let me just amp the whatchamacallit level again. We get people coming like, hey, he's never cried on a receipt. Mr. Byrd backs up everything he said. You need me to go there. I got time. This is easy. I'm just uploading videos, that's all. But I'm just saying, you need me to go there. Let me show the crying game. Do. Oh yeah, can I play that? Music of the crying game? The crying game. Bum 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 bum. I'm gonna post your. I'm doing that tomorrow. Video tomorrow. I'm posting Jamie's receipts. They got the guy where he cried on every last one. I played the song, The Crying Game. The crying game. Bum, 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 bum. I hold on for a minute. Have a little fun here, people. This is the new site. We just upgraded our site to look absolutely magnificent. Yes, we did. We got to start putting these back and forth. They link back and forth. The crying game. Watch this movie. It's kind of crazy. It has a really interesting story to it all. It's really interesting. This is where we first started with the WeMax projectors. Long before you guys had WeMax projectors, there was WeMax projectors. These are the first versions of them. We all know what that video is. That's your product eliminated when you paid for. Yeah, y'all got ripped off. Oh, there's this matching the product right there. Matching, absolutely matching. It was making the rest of its products using the basic black and white product. We made the UB mix, we made the Frank mix. The interesting thing about that UB mix right there, that right there was sent to us by a customer, mint condition. Oh, right there, this is basically the paint y'all purchased. You ones that were talking on that trailer, it paint's amazing. You're just jealous because it's better than yours. Yeah, how did that work out for you? You got to be careful about the things you say, Fernando. When you sit there and say that, when I was in the garage, you said, what did you say out of your mouth? You said that, all that to come down to this. Interesting. My company's blowing up out there. I'm going to be making a ton of money. And you, on the other hand, what did you do at your time? Your company crashed and burned. You got outed on a lot of fake products because you match house paint in the live streams, which you try to delete off YouTube and get rid of, which we have copies of. You got caught matching Google images. You stole Google images with a 4K projector, trying to make it look like your paint look better. Got you in a church, telling the guy at the end of the day that it'll look better once we calibrate it. We're in a super dark environment with that one. What else we got? And turned to a life of counterfeiting and ripping off companies by stealing their merchandise, and then confessed to not having documents and paperwork in the United States. And now AI knows everything about you. So AI is just boasting stuff all about you all over the place. That's the worst thing you get connected to. That AI, boy, if your stuff comes up incorrect, that's what boasts you everywhere. He's going everywhere. And if he's going everywhere, and law enforcement officers and all that stuff are all online looking for stuff, and he pops up underneath that, he's got some problems. Because they're going to check in on that. And they're going to find our stuff. Hold on. Let's go right here. Kadow! Now mind you, that projector he's using is a P2 projector with a 2:1 contrast. The paint right here, which is actually the network grade 773, matched. Ain't they just ripped his customers off? And you got a nerve talking about scam? Jamie, did you say scam? Let's keep going. Let's go back to the blacklist. Sorry about that. I just came out of there for a minute. We do have a section in trash projectors. I know we did that. I know we hooked that up for trash projectors. You got to put some more in there too. All right. This is when we got the product by the customer. Look, Crow's best of the best on the side of the container. This is the PayPal claim you lost. You lost another one right there too. Just keeps losing these. This right here, Jamie, I know you're in the room. How you doing, buddy? How you doing? Anyway, right there, this is your personal mix. This is the one you sold to the customer. I'll be posting his pictures on here next, showing you how badly his screen washed out, the results of the personal mix. And there she shows the container of what he's painting. And then over here, we have the network grade 773 that also beats your paint. Yeah, and right here, the benefits of a white screen versus gray screen, or whatever he was doing there, you turned off the projector. I have the special blend. We never turned off the lights for the special blend. It wasn't even on 4K. Save you some money. Not save you hundreds saving you from bull crap. Over here, this is on a weight section by himself. He's only got enough trouble by himself. He's already enough trouble. Look at this right here, the Frankenstein mix. Biggest, another scam. This is a paint that customers complaining it came up too dark because Fernando never tested it. Lost another case over here with PayPal. You're not good at losing. He lost every single claim with PayPal. He never won one, ever. Never won one. Here you are in your video. I got the actual video of this. I actually uploaded it. I'm saying at 143 that mix right there is ambient light rejection, but for some reason the darker one that should be ambient light rejection, it's not because you signed the container and everything. Oh, and you know what's next to this? This is the UV mix next to the Frankenstein mix. They look exactly the same. So when we made the UV mix, the UV mix was 5 scoops of white into black paint, which we call reversals. This is actually 6. Perfect match right there. Videos missing, videos missing, videos missing, videos missing. Anyway, this is when you made against a 39 Black Widow. Next time you do a demonstration, make sure the background of the place that you're living in forever is not in that shot. Because right here in these videos, we have you going in and making statements that a 38 Black Widow was nothing but a scam. The same thing you did with the Apex, which we're taking to court on that. I'm suing you for a little more money than that. When you're deported, we'll clean out your apartment. Yeah, because you ain't got a choice. Or you might not be there. Because if that letter hits that landlord, she's going to get your email, which we're sending to her. I'm telling you, Fernando, I am 100% sure that when you moved into that place, your landlord gave you strict instructions not to bring attention to the building. I guarantee she told you this. If that was the case, the building wouldn't be so well hidden. In the minute I made the statement about you can't block the bird's eye view out of Google, you can't actually. You can just move the information, but you can't block them. Can't do that. You only block street level. The minute I said that, all of a sudden that information disappeared. I got a recording of it showing before and afters. So with that being said, yeah, you told her. She lives in the building with you. I know that for a fact. So with that being said, that the building's being protected for a reason. And you were told when you moved in there, keep it low profile. She finds out that you sent us an email. The people who had to contact Homeland Security about the crimes that you were committing in that building. And you sent an email to us bragging about how you can't be found because you don't have any documents, that everything you have is under somebody else's name. She is going to lose it. You know what that means, right? That outs her. That means at the end of the day, that means you're undocumented, you're in the complex, and the lease you have is not real. She can use a renter's license for that. She'll actually use a license for that. A fake document of a lease? Oh, heck yeah. Definitely use it for that. So with that being said, this can bring her a lot of problems. Or she can get rid of the problem by getting you out of the building before any agencies hit that building. Now, at the end of the day, Fernando, would that about using dirty tactics? No. We used your stuff against you. The same stuff you sent to me, I just sent it over there. That's all. Like Mr. Williams, the same dumb stuff he sent to us, we sent it to federal agents. That's all we did. We used your own stuff. We're not going to make anything up. She can't say, oh, well, I'll take you to court because you lied on my tenant because you never sent an email. Oh, no, we have an email right here. It's got his email address on it. I bet you got the same one. That's your main email. It's your main email account. I guarantee she has in her account. So when she gets that letter, she's going to look at that and she's going to say, oh, shoot. And then we're going to send her over the forms we had to file. The actual incident reports with Homeland Security with their address attached to it. And also, too, the LLC with their address attached to it. And she's going to kick you out of that building. She's going to send back us an apology. I guarantee it's coming. Watch, an apology about the situation. And she's going to say, don't worry, I'm handling it. He's being removed. I guarantee. Watch. Watch, I bet you. I guarantee you. So you're on your way out. That's the interesting thing. We're trying to find that landlord. The landlord's a pain in the butt to find. Trying to find the landlord. And I'm thinking they don't live in the building because usually most landlords don't live in buildings. So here's the thing about Jamie doesn't understand how things work in the real estate world. Usually units that are roughly in the range of maybe between 2 to 4, might be 7, landlords usually may live in those buildings. But when you have like apartment complexes, chances are the landlord doesn't live there. because it's not owned by the landlord. Actually, it is owned by the landlord, but it's controlled by property management. The only people that usually live in those apartments are pretty much maintenance, because you get this discount because you work there. Sometimes you can live there. That's basically about it. But majority, most of the time, it is going to be that's going to be living in that building. It's going to be their maintenance are living there, but a building much smaller, landlord will be living there. They can live in there. Mostly it's units in the range of 4 to 5, and his unit is 7. No, this unit's not 7. I think his unit's 5. Yeah, he has 5 units. He has 5 units in his unit. So yeah, she could live there. Now another reason why is when we put in the information, because whatchamacallit said, AI said that it doesn't have an address that's licensed to it, like a city. Like it's not a city, but like a name of the apartment. Some people have like the View apartment, the Hilltop apartments, whatever. It doesn't have one of those. And it goes by the name of the street. So if it goes by the name of the street, which means electric bill, gas bill, any utilities will go by the name of the street. That's how it'd be easy to find it. But AI already cleared that up. So looking into that, it was actually right. That's why we couldn't find the address of the building, name of the building, because the name of the building is the name of the street. That's how you go to a building. So now that's cleared up. Now, by finding that out, put a little information in there, and we found out the owner of the building actually lives in the building. And he gave out the apartment number and the phone number, how to contact that person. Sent multiple phone calls through. The phone number is legit. At the bottom of the account, we found a Facebook account. Pulled to the Facebook account, and we found the background of her sitting next to her in the kitchen, and the kitchen shows the exact same setup you have in your apartment. Because you record through your whole entire place. That's why, even the kitchen. And that's where we noticed she was in the building. And it already stated she was in the building, or the apartment number was. Now, the apartment number, would that be doxing? Actually, technically, no. It wouldn't be doxing anybody whatsoever, because it's there in public records. Because you have to know where the landlord's at. Especially if they don't have any form of building management that's controlling, like maybe like applications to get into the apartment complex, and you would have to go strictly through the landlord. How can you go through the landlord if your information is not there? See? So that's how we found her. And it's a she, not a he. So that's what we're going to send the documents over to. No point sending them to him for what? All he's going to do is just deny the documents. And they're going to keep sending them. It's not going to stop at one for them. These documents are going to keep going out every single month. They're going to keep going out until she makes contact back. If she doesn't make contact back, then the next stage is basically draw it up in court and bring a processor over to the front door. So there's no way to get around that thing. Now, she can move out of the unit. No, it still doesn't make a difference in the day. Her name is still in the unit. We'll still be to find her at the end of the day. If she wants to ignore it, then we just take her to court. If she don't show up to court, then you know how that works. You don't show up to court on a lawsuit, you lose everything. You have to show up. I want to resolve this without bringing this to court. And basically, I want to resolve this without us hitting the building with a lawsuit. I don't think it's necessary for one person. I don't think everybody's rent should go through the roof because somebody was an idiot in the building. We want them out of the building. He shouldn't be there anyway. The reason why he shouldn't be there, not because he didn't have paperwork, he shouldn't be there because he's a criminal. That's why he shouldn't be there. Any apartment complex, Fernando, that you move into, any criminal activity, you're removed out of the building. That's what makes the apartment complex safe for others. You're operating a printing unit in there. The printing you're using in there, that plastic that gets burned, you're basically administrating small particles of poison throughout your entire apartment. Your apartment is probably contaminated. You got carpet in there, so it's probably all on the carpet. The windows are shut, there's poor air ventilation, and God knows what's going on with those poor animals in there, what they're breathing in, and you're breathing into also. So at that end of the day, you're actually running a business in an environment that's not zoned for it. You do know how zoning works, right? Well, you have to have certain businesses. You can't have an industrial business running out of an apartment, working with chemicals and stuff. How are you disposing all these chemicals? They stick something into a can, especially if you have like and I'm surprised that you got away with this. Some people got away with this, having a photo studio, a black room, a dark room, because there's a lot of chemicals. There are a lot of chemicals, and people had them in their homes at one point. I don't even know how people got away with that one. Those chemicals are flammable. But anyway, you can't stick those chemicals into any waste container. They have to be put in special containers because the people have to go pick those things up. They can have all types of issues, especially if that stuff is out in the sun and it has types of issues where we have any kind of chemical reaction, something may explode. You can have all kinds of things that could go wrong. You can have a scent, an odor, a gas, anything can come out of that. And that's why they have to know exactly when you get your license what type of chemicals, if you are working with them, and how do we dispose of this. If you're shipping it overseas, when the question is going to come up, when you ship that stuff overseas, did you have data information on it, like test information on it? Because you can be also hit with that too. Even if you basically don't have your business anymore, they can still get you on the fact that you were sending stuff overseas that wasn't even properly tested. We got forms on our anyone that's got paid for me, there's a form on the back of it. You have to have that when we send it to the post office. So no, you guys weren't doing it right. That's why I keep saying to people at the end of the day, if you think you're gonna mix some paints together and think at the end of the day that, oh, I got a business, it don't work that way. There's a ton of paperwork behind all that. A lot of paperwork behind all that. You have to have in order. Oh, where the heck is my headset at? Oh, on the floor. You don't have any of that paperwork. You don't even have your own paperwork. So that's that. And you didn't present the information that we requested. He didn't present any form of license agreement with Disney or any of the companies. Of course, we know he didn't. So you know what that, Fernando? If those of you in your cult at the end of the day who believe that you had a right to sell this, which we have someone contact us on that oatmeal, and you felt that he had a right to sell it, well, guess what? He does not. He couldn't even provide paperwork. Of course you couldn't provide paperwork. You don't have it. You never got permission from these companies at all. And if you didn't get permission, what does that mean, Fernando? That means you stole from them. And if you stole from them, that makes you a thief and a criminal, which means you deserve to be behind bars. Right? There you go. So we filed against you. We're challenging your company in court that you are running an illegal business, you are stealing and ripping off from companies, you are selling merchandise without proper license agreement. That's where we're challenging this company in court. Now, will you ever make it to court? No, he won't make it to court. That will never happen. But at least it gets that ball rolling and the rest of them rolling. And sooner or later, one's going to hit a judge's desk. And then we'll go from there, as we usually do. Business. Don't know the first thing about running a business. And if you did it right, when he came over here, we could use that knowledge to help his own people out, which would have been nice. We come and say, hey, look, I just came over here. I got my citizenship. Show you how to get that done. This is a law firm that I went with right here. Could have did it right. He does it wrong. And isn't that thing supposed to be wide enough for 3 trees? I'm not saying 2 on here, right? Oh, because the sides expand this way. Is it past this? Oh, this is not past this. Okay. I'm going to use it this way. This way. Kick it. Now, they may think, what does that have to do with updates? It is updates. I filed against you today, Fernando. I filed again against you. And on top of that, there's letters going to your attorney. That's the update. It's an update from yesterday. Then we say we're going to do this to you if you didn't have that paperwork. I requested the paperwork saying you had full permission, license agreement from these companies. You failed to show. I'm a man of my word. You know that I am that person. You know that, right? So guess what? Your landlord's about to get hit with some very serious literature. You're on your way out of the building. If you want to sit there and say, well, go call the police. Go ahead. Knock yourself out. Go call the police right now. Go ahead. You can't call out Jack, Fernando. You're a thief. That's like someone basically calling the police because someone sold a bag of cocaine from them. You can't do anything at all. And your account's being watched by multiple agencies, including people we hired to watch your accounts. Anywhere you go, we're going to know what you're saying and what you're doing. That's how we found those videos, because they're hunting bear down. Hey Bear. I don't even want to call him Hey Bear, because that's wrong. There's actually a place called Hey Bear. It's a beautiful channel. It's about educating and teaching kids. I don't want him affiliated with that. Let's see, what do we call him? We got to give him a name, a code name, because we can't call him by his real name. We ain't want to call him anything insulting, because that'd be wrong at the end of the day. Let's see. Phony. I'm going to call you Phony. Because you are. You're a phony human being. You're phony. All right, Phony. Because I don't want to use Hey Bear. Hey Bear is a beautiful channel. It's beautiful education for kids and all that stuff like that. They have a beautiful channel. So I apologize to Hey Bear. But anyway, to you, Phony, at the end of the day, yes, perfect. He got the name that because he was using that. We showed off the demonstration because they had some beautiful black and white images. We thought it'd be pretty cool to show it off. And this joker comes behind and says, oh, this is the real truth. Oh, it's the real truth, huh? Buddy, you better get yourself a turn. I'm going to sue the daylights out of you in court. I can't wait to meet you. I'm like, you have documents, don't you? I know you do. You're a citizen of the United States. See you soon. These are long, drawn-out lawsuits. They don't happen right away. We've got to go through so much stuff. You're going to be there for a while. So I hope you got airline tickets because you got to fly up. And you're probably going to need some hotel accommodations. Don't walk around too much. You don't know who you might bump into. I'm just giving you fair warning. You might want to stay in your unit or just go back home. You're in our territory now. Oh, look at this. I like this jacket setup right here. Wait. What's that a reflection? No, it's a reflection off the glass. Oh, I don't want to cover the people because the people, it's pretty cool when they walk by. This thing activates. Let me see. He's got to come back. This is what we don't have to do. He's going to fly all the way back. He's going to fly back up. We want to go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Because you're being sued for multiple lawsuits. That's not one. We got several lawsuits were filed against him. We're going to drag him around a little bit. So we're going to bring him back up, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. This will kill your resources, man. It also too beats down your freaking your psyche. I mean, basically, it makes you can put you into depression. It's a tactic used. Come on, you guys don't know anything about the tactics that are used. They keep dragging you back and forth. Because we can get you on that. We got so much stuff on him. It's not even funny. We've been going through his accounts like crazy. So we'll file multiple lawsuits against you. You have to keep coming back and forth. And in the end, if there's nothing left, then we'll basically throw you in jail. Because, again, you have committed fraud against my business. You made claims that my company was something when it wasn't. So that's considered to be the lines of fraud. See you in court. I told you guys, don't give us a reason. Don't do that. Come on, you're getting us paid. Getting us paid. Paid. Now, for some people in the day, so no business will touch us. You know why? Business wants to do business with somebody that can back themselves. If I'm investing my money into a company, I want to know how this company can basically weather the storm. How do they defend themselves against people that are trying to take them on? Because anyone tackles your company and takes them down, I'll lose my money in this. I need a company that can stand its own at the end of the day. So I got a company that can come out there, crush his enemies, come out there, take them to court, destroy them. I'm doing business with this company at the end of the day because I know darn well his stuff got to be the truth at the end of the day. If you can hold off against an army and then just one person can battle that many people and still stand on top, oh, my money's going there. My money's going there. But if you're one of those companies at the end of the day that you can't hold your own and you can get crushed easy, why do I give you money for? I'm going to lose money with you. And you got to resort to dirty tactics that can get you locked up. No, I ain't touching you. There you go. So one guy said, oh, you're sure you're unprofessional? No. Big dogs in business, any single time, they'll tell you at the end of the day, they can back it up 100% and crush you in the positive and dance around you while they're doing it. It's not unprofessional. It's showing how to run a business and how to protect your business at all costs. And we can do that without breaking the law. As a matter of fact, we use your own stuff. You don't have nothing left when you come against us. Think about that. They got nothing left when they come against us. They have to resort to criminal tactics to try to destroy us, and we can use that against you in court to take you out. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Which I've accumulated tons of it on you guys. Enough to bury you for a long, long time. And who do you have to blame? Yourself. That guy sat there and sent us an email confessing he didn't have paperwork. Guess where that's going at? To his landlord. She's going to be triggered, especially when she sees the stuff. We had a process server come to that apartment. Oh, that's going to take her off because she's going to come and yelling at you like, wait, there's a process server here? So you mean to tell me a process server came here for something? There were copyright? Oh, she's going to lose it. We'll send her a copyright too, so you can see they're legit. And on top of that, the other incident reports and who we got to contact about the problems we're having from Mr. Fernando in apartment E. And the guy who came on there uneducated sat there and said on the channel we posted about him basically committing those crimes. He said, you can't dox his address. That's doxing his address. Really? You want to step into that rabbit hole with us in today? You really opened that Pandora's box. Now, some of these Pandora boxes don't shut. You know that, right? You open these things up, they can get pretty bad. So I said, you sure you want to write that check? I'll write that check any day of the week. All right, here you go. Sent him a link. We can just go and just find it himself. He locked his account. We talk so much trash, but can't back it up. Now we lock our accounts because we can't back it up. Ba, 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 ba. Lucky I ain't sit there and saying get it in writing on my channel by you saying that, oh, you sure you back him 100% in everything he does. Oh, we got him on that. He'd have been screwed. We asked him a simple question. He says, no, you can't. His address, you doxed it. You doxed his address against the law. No, it ain't. Now, when you make your address public domain, it ain't, which he did. Because Fernando doesn't know much about documents. Fernando, those forms that you got from LegalZoom, I had the same document. You don't know how to fill the documents out. When they ask about your store, they ask for brick and mortar. They ask for e-commerce. You do know what an e-commerce is, right? Apparently you don't, because you put down brick and mortar. And then there's another option that pops up that says, would you like to make your information anonymous so no one knows where you're at to protect you? Did you see that? It was right there. But you didn't check on it. So when I went there, I saw, I was like, oh, he didn't hit the box. Yeah, my domain names are like that too. So yeah, you didn't hit the box. It was right there. It's a no box right there. No box. And then you lied. You committed perjury on the LLC. You sat there and said that you've been there on 5 months. I got receipts back older than that. No. Once I get your actual form, what you're hunting for right now, get the actual form, I'm curious what you put on your application. I think at the end you lied about a lot of stuff. I think you said you had trucks. They asked you if you had vehicles, how much you pay for gas for your vehicles. A lot of stuff they asked for at the end of the day. What's the you have parking lots, stuff like that. You know what I mean? Any offline, off-street parking, stuff like that. You know, stuff like that. They know how to tax you because you're paying for certain stuff, and you got stuff here and there, and whatever you can collect on, and maybe you can get maybe a refund or whatever you got to do at the end of the day. But anyway, yeah. Yep. Lied on that. 5 months? 5 months? Dude, you got eBay accounts older than that, man. 5 months. Oh, Fernando, no more letters to you. Ain't that? And no, so I can't say no more. You still got those court cases coming up. So you definitely get letters from the court. So that's definitely coming to your address. And then the marshal or processor, everybody get the marshal go to your address to serve you. You got that to deal with. But until then, nothing. Everything's going to go to your landlord now. But I can't believe you got a male landlord to contact us. We got that on recording. I'll send her that too, by the way, that you faked and had a landlord contact us claiming that he owned the building. I actually have the entire thing on Grasshopper. We have the recording of the guy contacting us and saying that, and even writing us an email saying that he's Fernando's landlord. I'll send her the voice message. See? All that evidence you gave me. It's like Fernando came up and said, here, take all this evidence. Get all. I guess the thing about not being free, I love being locked up. I hope I never see the light of day ever again, if I'm lucky. I just look forward to it so much. Here you go. I'm going to send her so much stuff, Fernando. You think that file got over there looks the same? It's going to come over there looking in a freaking shoebox of stuff we're going to send over to her. Everything that happened in that apartment, we got documents on everything. How you're running your business out of there, all that stuff, get it all in there. How we're contacting, zoning, all that stuff is going to be in there. How you're operating without licenses, all the information. I even know the head directors that I talk to over in zoning and code enforcement. I'll send her the information that we know what we're talking about. She's going to have you out of that unit. Because my sister was sitting there thinking at the end of the day, who in their right mind is going to lose an entire unit for one person if that one person hasn't been telling them the truth? They've been lying to them. Now she's about to get the truth. And crybaby will get on there and tell me, he's trying to make trouble for me. No, you made trouble for yourself. You made trouble for yourself. You gave us evidence. I still can't believe we got that email. I'm framing that thing. I really can't believe we got that. I'm so shocked he sent it. I'm very shocked he sent it. I'm just sitting, I was baffled when I saw it. I was like, wait, what in the world? And I read it like, oh my God, he confessed. It's a confession. That's what it is. When I sent you back the email, what did I say to you, man? I said, why would you send this to us? We're the last people that should have this in our hands. And what did I say? I said, you're going to regret that decision for the rest of your life. And you didn't even use a fake email. You used your email that you use on all your accounts, on your PayPal accounts, on all your accounts. Wow. I still can't believe we got that. Unbelievable. It's posted. It's posted on which one right now. It's posted on the Facebook page. On our Facebook page. And a couple other locations it's posted. That Fernando confessed. It's a confession. That's what it is. You have no paperwork. You can't be found. You have no documents. All your stuff is in somebody else's name. And if you Google that, what does that term mean? Say if you don't get it yet, it's in process in your head. AI describes it as the person who's undocumented. So you just told me the truth. And you got on, and then we got text messages coming from you with your name in them, saying that you are one. You are a citizen. No, you're not a citizen. But you are a citizen. But you're not a citizen. Showing you're a liar. I told you the outcome of this was going to be bad. Care to email me anything else? Or as he said, he's not a citizen. In a text message, he's going to sue me at the end of the day for discrimination because he has documents. And then turned out send me an email, he doesn't have documents at all. He can't be found. I'm stupid because illegal aliens don't have paperwork. Good luck on trying to find you, right? I had a process server already at your front door. Did that one already. Don't remember that one? Remember we posted to your door, apartment E. You remember that? Took pictures of your front of your house, the side of your house, and the front door. You remember that? It happened, Fernando. I don't know why he even sent that. That was just weird. I was like, Oh, the crying on the receipts, the crying game. Dun, 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 the crying game. Now, I got people seeing this already. And people have not seen this already. And just for the people have not seen it already. So they hear me and they're talking like, what the freak is he talking about? He didn't show us anything. Precisely. See? And you think I'm a liar. I can't have you thinking I'm a liar. Because that'd be wrong. Especially when you have the evidence right here. Now, it's for people have not seen. You know how my videos work? They go all over the world. They do. They go from here to there. They do. So let's go over here and let's look at the initial that started all this. You know, Jamie's famous email that he sent to us. You just don't. You and these emails, man. You just criminate yourself on so many levels with these emails. Let's go pop over here. Let me see. Now. More. No. We need to go back and get that, buddy. No, if I can get that all the way up. Get out of there. Oh, man. We're just in there, buddy. Oh, we got to set this up so we can magnify the page. I did it on my setting here. I'll go in there and do the settings for the thing. All right. There we go. All right. Let's see. Oh, wait. I forgot. We have this. Do. We can't do it here? What? How dare you? Or we can't magnify? Whatever. We got it anyway. So anyway, in the email. Oh, we got it here. We're good. No need to go through all the nonsense. Think about that one. Order with confidence. Even worse, think about that one. Crow 1176 green paint mixes. And there's your email. It's the same email we have over here. If you can do the confession at crow1176@gmail.com. Same thing. Now, over here, you sent it to immerse4kcinema@outlook.com. That's us. And here you sent a link. Check out my products. There's a link right there on a website that doesn't exist anymore because you couldn't upload it at all. Products is Cinemax Mix right there, right? Okay. Enough with all the blank blank. Here is the site. Order all you want and done. Not like you. I'm a professional. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's interesting to say that now. He doesn't have the business is just gone. He tanked it. But yeah, he's a professional. Remember, he's a professional. Enough with the ranting. Just buy my mixes with confidence. There's that word confident and done. Why do the drama of 10 videos? Saying the same old thing. Interesting. Are we about to die on my phone? I think we are. Hope not. Let's see what I can here. There we go. 5%. We're good. All right. Now I see right here, right? And at the bottom he goes, have a great day. God bless. And when that email came across, and you remember when I told you when the Grinch figured out how to take Whoville and that smile he had, Fernando was using this as a form of bluff. Hopefully that I would see this and not give up my address. Fernando, you don't know who I am, do you? Of course I'm going to definitely give up my address. I don't care about that. I ordered, didn't I? Oh, yeah, we ordered all right. Let's go back to the beginning. All the cancellations, crying on receipts, couldn't back his products, gave us back our money. Do. Now, first order we have right here, we have a cancellation right there. Order has been canceled. Put the money back in our account. First one came up. Place another order. You received another refund by Crow. He screams harassment. Harassment, people. After sending me that email, he now screams harassment. Oh, woe is me. Fernando screams harassment. Fernando, I'm liking what's happening here right now. I got to make a separate video on this. We got to make a separate video on this. On how you cried on your receipts. Or just add in here. I got work to do anyway. But anyway, harassment. Oh, he's harassing me. I told him to buy all he wanted. I'm a professional. I'm going to have somebody do a video on this, break it all down. I'm a professional. Order all you want. I'm a professional. Order all you want. Harassment. 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 So how are we harassing you? You just told me to order whatever I wanted, right? That's what I did, right? But it's harassment. To you people who support this crybaby at the end of the day, this professional Karen, there you go. Harassment. Got him to return our money in our account. Hey, Bear. I'm sorry, I can't say Bear. Phony at the end of the day. This is what I'm going to do to you. If you ever post anything on there and you try to sell any product, I'm going to do this to you. I'm going to have you give me back my money. I'm going to take you to court and sue you because I'm about to do this guy, and he's going to jail. He's going to go through the same thing Jamie's about to go through. Much faster process because we know where you're at. Anyway, let's go here. Closed in our favor. He lost the case. Returning $80. He tried to file a claim against me, and he lost. How did that go, Fernando? You thought you were going to win it, didn't you? You lost, didn't you? There's another one right here. He's ranting again. Crow says, this is what he prefers to himself as another person. Okay, now you know Crow has a habit of writing capitals in the middle of sentences. There you go, capital, capital, capital. Yeah, it was him telling, but another person popped up. That's why I believe you have multiple personality complex disorder. I think you have somebody living in your head. Crow says, you banned. You are banned. This be your band. Your. Not you are banned. If our products is garbage, why order? He just told me to order whatever I want. Oh man, we got to make a video on this schizophrenic Crow. Crow is schizophrenic. He is. He is not there. I can prove in court that you're mentally unstable. Did you realize this is what I mean by your emails? You send me an email telling me, about good luck trying to find you or trying to sue you, that you don't exist, and yet I had a process server at your front door. You don't remember that? And then you send me this dumb nonsense way back. You go, Crow says you are banned. Now it's you, not Crow. It's you. You have another person living in there, man. You did that in a couple of emails from us. If our products are garbage, why order it? You don't remember sending me a freaking. Now this is right after you sent it to us. You don't remember sending me that? Let me see. Date here we have here is September the 16th, 2021. We'll go remember that. Don't need your business. Have a blessed day. Stay away. Now he begs us now in this one to stay away from him. Please stay away. Please. No, you open up that Pandora box, right? I'm gonna order everything on your site. I sit around the camera, I'm doing it. I'm gonna order everything on your site twice. You're gonna give me back my money. Money back in the account, another cancel order, money back to the account, Frankenstein mix. Frankenstein mix. And here's the thing, too, it makes it so interesting. Jamie, you don't know the difference between a quart and a large? He said it was a large. How is that a large? He doesn't even know quarts. Large. You ever heard of a large container of paint? Large paint. Let me get a large paint. Let me get a bottle of bread. Okay. And we said all cancellations. More cancellations. Let's get another one right here. Boom. Money back to the account again. PayPal. Crow lost another account. He had to refund that money again. Let's go again. Another one. Here he's crying again. Coming soon. That's when I told you we had 14 cancellations on him. It got to the point we just started having fun with them. So we said that, hey, Crow has agreed to give us the product. He's gonna honor the order, because he was sitting on the order. He didn't want to basically return our money because he was mad. So we did a little reverse psychology, made him believe he was sending it out. We knew after 14 cancellations, Jamie, you should have known that you weren't going to send it. But we just said that because it's easy to be able to manipulate and control you. It is, because you're like a child. Your mind's like a child. So all I had to do on camera is say to get you to release the money back to us so we can go hit you again, but say that, hey, he just agreed that he's going to allow us to do a review of his product. And you came on and said, coming soon, I don't think so, loser. You garbage. You garbage. Get a life. I'm the best. Crow's mix one and only. So we got you to get the money back. But Jamie, remember, you're the one that told us we can buy where we want. You said you're a professional. Order with confidence. You're a professional. Order with confidence. That's professional right there, people. That is a grade A professional. Jamie, next time you want to go on a channel and screen someone's a scammer at the end of the day, remember, we can post these anywhere we want. But your email claiming you were a professional. Order all you want and be done. Let's go to another one. Oh, another PayPal. Lost another PayPal again. Oh, $85. Couldn't keep the money. Another refund. He lost another one. Oh, that had to hurt me. He kept losing. He lost so many of them. It's not even funny. And there's back to the email. Recapping back on the email that was sent over by Crow saying that he is a professional. I'm a professional. All you want, order all you want and done. Not like you. I'm a professional. See, Jamie? Now, could you get me on coordinate? Nah, man. I got evidence for days on you, man. Evidence for days. Made you cry on your receipts. Made you give me back all my money. You never won a PayPal complaint against me. I won every single one. I won the ones you filed against me, and I won the ones filed against you. Some businessman you're supposed to be in there. You can't even fight. You can't even protect yourself. And you lied in the transcripts. When we posted transcripts, I posted transcripts. You didn't want them being posted. All kinds of lies he was telling in there. You lost all of them. PayPal knows the difference between a professional and a non-professional. That's why you lost. And that's why you couldn't back the product up, as you claimed you could. Professional, my foot. Trash paint. And those of you sat there, your court members who believed in that dumb nonsense to begin with, thank you for your IP address. We'll see you in court. Hope you got $1 million in your banking account. You don't. You know what's going to happen to you, right? You don't have my money. By the time you hit you for court, you're in a lot of trouble, buddy. You better have it. No. Attorneys involved in this mess are going to be ruthless. They will take the wedding ring off your wife's hand if we have to. You will give me my money. If you're dumb enough to get on the channel and run your mouth, I'm going to take what you got. You're lucky I'm not ruthless. If I was ruthless, I'd take your kids' toys. But I'm not. I'm not that type of person. They can keep your stuff. I don't care. But that wedding ring I want. And the reason why? Because it's going to cause conflict between you and your wife. Automatic divorce. Bring you a ton of pain. And that's what I want. It's business, gentlemen. Business. It's business. You owe Mr. Byrd a lot of money. Anyone who's made a statement about my company, it's not true. You owe me a lot of money. And you're going to pay me. Now, if you don't go to jail, then you work for me. You basically, your paycheck, whatever you get, I'm going to take a percentage of it. You get your income tax, I may take the whole thing. If you have kids you support, then they can have it. I don't care. I'm not taking nothing from a child. That's theirs at the end of the day. That belongs to them. That'd be funny if you weren't paying on any child support, and my we're gonna get a group of bounty hunters, and they pay our bounty hunters to track them. That's gonna be hilarious. We sue that guy. We sued this guy, and they're hiring our bounty hunters to go track him down for non-paying child support. Man, bounty hunters. Yes, I love them. I love bounty hunters. I love them. But anyway, yeah, we take the wedding ring. I found out we can do it. In Pennsylvania, we can. That's where we're going to take it. In the court over here, we're going to take that wedding ring. That's going to cause a lot of problems. But then again, she may need the wedding ring to sell it in order to have. If she makes that statement by saying that, hey, look, at least I can keep the ring because at the end of the day I can sell it, then I ain't got no problem with that. I really don't. She's probably going to sell it anyway. She don't want to be around you. You messed up. You destroyed the whole foundation of your family. You know that? The chief cornerstone of the wall is what supports the entire foundation. And you're the chief cornerstone, and you have failed to support. Now, let me finish my work. I don't say anything without backing it up. You know my rules at the end of the day. If I say that he basically sent her back our money, I got it right there. If I say he cried on the receipts, I got it right there. I have it right there. He sent back our money. Boo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Do-do-do-do. Excuse me. Man, wired. I should never had the cupcake. That was a bad idea. That's going to charge me for a couple of days. Oh. Why couldn't you guys be like real screen paint makers? That'd have been nice. You make good product. We got something to challenge to go against. You keep it clean. Keep it professional. We can have fun back and forth. It'd have been fun. But no, you guys had to be petty and do dumb stuff. And now we got to turn around and we got to ruin your lives now. We got to destroy and utterly rip up your lives now because you did dumb stuff. Drag you in the courtrooms mentally, physically. It's just going to be a complete nightmare. Why in the world would you go down that road? I would never go down that road. That's why I didn't stoop to your tactics. No, think I'm stupid? No, I would never stoop to your tactics. Heck no. I'm not dumb like y'all. I just collect y'all stuff. Why would you even think I was going to work? I don't know if the wife has something to do with it. Take the wedding ring. Yeah, this one's backed up. You take somebody's wedding ring. It's been messed up. I mean, he shouldn't have it. He chances are, whatever crap that goes on in there with that lawsuit, you're going to break up with him anyway. That can be interesting to watch. You get sentimental like that. I mean, that's going to be embarrassment to her. Her friends and stuff, find out you got sued and y'all lost everything. That's going to be a serious hurt piece. A woman's home is her biggest pride right there. They decorate it, show it off to their friends and stuff like that. It's everything to them. And then lose it all because something you did stupid. Yeah, what you did was real stupid. Stupid. Should have never got caught up in that mess. and then find out she's gonna probably end up living this. Yeah, that's gonna be embarrassing, especially if you got a hater and they don't like her, gonna pretty much joke and clown her on this whole mess. Man, it's gonna be a mess. Just got explained that the pop in jail. Not my fault. I'm defending my company, doing my job. Unbelievable. All right, I gotta do some music. That was depressing. Y'all are so depressing. You know, I like to work around people at the end of the day that are positive, doing something, you know, creating, building, you know, not doing the petty stuff that you jokers do. Y'all are depressing. You know, poor excuse. You got to learn to call yourself a businessman today. Poor excuse. Poor excuse. Poor excuse for businessmen. Oh my goodness. All right. Get back to my work of the day. Summertime is coming quick. You know that, right? Oh, it's coming quick. Better get ready. Better get that defense attorney. You got to get one. You're going to need one. Got to get one. Don't have to get a defense attorney. You have to reach out to us sooner or later. If we're not requesting, ask you guys to have somebody contact us. Nobody contacted us yet. You're going to have to reach out to me. So you're going to have them contact me sooner or later. I don't know what y'all waiting for. And I got to order them, demand them, have them send somebody my way, and they still won't do it. I just charged them at the end of the day, you can't back yourself up in court. And if you can't back yourself in court, why should I hit you for something like a measly $1 million? I can get you for more money. I know people sit there and say, well, I don't have it. It's not about what you don't have. It's about accumulating debt. Unbelievable, crushing debt on you. That's what it's about. If you got the money, I know we're going to get paid. We're good. We just ask for more money because we know we can get it out of you. But if you can't afford it, then they're going to hit you with something that it's going to mess your life up. You know, back in the day, it used to be that someone hit you with a lawsuit like that, you can just pay them $1 a day. As long as you're paying something. As long as you're paying something. And that company would suffer because you're not really doing any damage to you and you're paying $1 a day. Not anymore. Things change now. Now they got something called execution of judgment, which means that person can go and execute judgment on their claim and they can get a debt collector to come take it from out of you. Or they can sell their judgment to a debt collector and the debt collector will pay them the money up front and it'll come after you. And these people, when they come in, they will jack your life up because they're going to want their money. And they're going to do whatever it takes. Which means they're going to come into your driveway, take your cars, go to your businesses. They're going to do research on what you owe, where your money's at, everything. They're going to freeze your banking accounts, wreck your credit, and they're going to hound you every single day with collectors that make your life an absolute nightmare until they get every dime back to them. And you'll pay an interest charge. You'll remind your interest charge. And you owe like $60,000 in interest charges. We want our money. Once they reach out to your bank institution and say, hey, this individual owes us a lot of money, this is what he owes us, your bank's going to contact you and say, hey, look, we can't give you that loan. We can't do this. We can't do that. We want to cancel your loan, cancel this, whatever, so and so and so. You're going to have to pay us up front. That's going to be a nightmare. Means your house will go for foreclosure because you can't pay it off. That's why you got the whole payment and the loan from the bank to begin with. How did you get the loan from the bank? You get the loan from the bank because they did a credit check on you. They check your back. You don't owe anything at all. You got good credit. You worked hard to get it to that point. That's why the bank gives you the money, because you're not a risk. But if you hit with $1 million lawsuit, even if you hit with a $12,000 lawsuit, this will throw a monkey wrench into your plans. Your bank will start questioning whether